So when we left off, we had set our email preferences so that we have this pop-up window for our email in pause. And after reading this email from my instructor, which is just a practice email, I've decided I want to reply, and I also want to email my instructor an attachment. So I'm going to scroll up, and at the top I see that I have a reply button. There's also a reply to all, which will email everyone that your instructor had emailed in this case, for example, so when the message was sent. I don't recommend that unless you have a specific reason for sending an email to everyone in the class. You may just want to speak to your professor. So I'm going to click the reply link, and as the email comes up, this is my instructor's email address within pause. Please don't try to send emails to this address from some foreign email address. It won't go through anyway. Now, you'll see the subject line clearly indicates that I'm responding to the sample message. If you are now beginning a new topic, a new conversation, you can change this. For example, I might add to the end of this with attachment. Okay. So here's my email signature that I had put into my preferences and pause, and I'll say, "Hi, Dr. Joan," very professional writing here, good English, good grammar, correct spelling. Attached is the file that we discussed. Now I say that because you do not just want to arbitrarily email attachments to your instructor. Your instructor may have specific requirements for uploading those into the Dropbox, for example. So in this case, I've discussed it with my instructor. I'm going to scroll to the bottom, and remember last time I pointed out this attachment. So I'm going to click on the Browse button so I can look around on my files. Mine is on the desktop, and you see I actually have a lot of files here. But I have a Word document here called Sample Attachment, and I'm going to click on Open. Now, that did not open it. It simply told the computer, when you get ready to send this email, attach that file. I will tell you also there are limitations. Only certain size files can be sent. Only relatively small files can be attached to an email. Okay, so my instructor will be looking for it because I've indicated that I have an attachment, but sometimes they don't make it through, okay? That's why the system has other ways that you can submit your assignments to your instructor. So that's all there is to it. I click on Send. You'll notice that it did attach that. That was kind of brief, but it did attach that. It gives me again my confirmation. I'm going to click on Close. Since we have configured our email preferences, we can also close this pop-up window and return to the email list, go to our Sent Items link. Remember, this was a preference to display that. I can see the sample message and even an indicator that the attachment was submitted. If I wanted to open that as a double check, which is sometimes a good thing, if I expand this window, if I scroll all the way to the bottom, I can see the attachment. Now for a moment, let's pretend that your instructor sent this attachment to you. Then viewing it would be exactly the same. You would open the email, in this case it would have been in your inbox. You would scroll to the very, very bottom, and you'll notice I did have to scroll. And you would click that link. And always, always save the file to maybe your desktop. Do not do this because typically you'll encounter an error. So I would save that file to my desktop and then go to your desktop and open it. Now this was an empty file, but I would save that definitely. That's all there is to it. Thanks.